Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Harry Langdon. I photograph celebrities, and today's celebrity that we're going to be talking about is a wonderful singer named Crystal Gayle. And Crystal Gayle is from Kentucky, and she's came to me to get some glamorous pictures done, which I'm known for, and it was very easy to capture the kind of a glamour with Crystal, because she has the kind of a beautiful persona and sophistication about her, which made it really easy. The tricky part, though, was Crystal came in with an entourage, which sometimes can be a little distracting. So if you can picture this, a large studio, but still there's the managers coming in, the publicists coming in, her husband was there, where all those people get hungry while we're doing photo sessions. It's really not fair, really. Everybody's wondering what there is to eat. In the meantime, I'm photographing a beautiful woman, and that's the last thing on our minds. So, but anyway, so I got one of our top hair and makeup people to do her hair, which is floor length, by the way. She's 5'2", but her hair goes all the way down to the floor. And so sometimes it's a little tricky to figure out what to do with that much hair. With the average person, they curl it and they sweep it back, and there's not a great deal you can do with that much hair. So it's a little bit more of the achievement would be to get her expressions and her poses and her wardrobe and everything so exciting that you don't really notice how long her hair is. So on this session that I was requested to do about 20 different changes, 20 different background changes, perhaps 20 different wardrobe changes, and each of those takes time. The other requirement, we had to be finished within about 3 hours. So as you know, all of you, when you go into your dressing room and change clothes, it may take you 15 minutes. So if you figured 15 times 20, that was kind of tricky to get the photos in best we could. So, but I have a team of 5 assistants that are able to choreograph and help me change backgrounds and change the sets, which we had to go out in, which I chose to rent some nice furniture and some props and things that would help Crystal pose and look really glamorous. So that was the main goal, is to get a glamorous woman to look even more glamorous. And so the shots that you see here kind of have a glamorous mood to them. It's kind of a country mood, and she's just got this dazzling eyes that are in a gorgeous blue color that's captivating. So I tried to capture that best I could. And then here's another shot that we did later on a gold lame on a couch with her hair all over, and so looking very alluring, you know, the good old school term of alluring. And so she did it really well. And so again, on a session like this, the clock is ticking. And bear in mind now, the entourage is all watching, and they're sometimes applauding while we're doing the photo session. Yeah, so as a photographer, I have to be aware of what everybody's comfortable, and the music is tuned into the right cut. And so here's another one of Crystal that is, again, incorporating her long hair. Crystal brought along her own wardrobe, so that made it easy. We didn't have to go out and get a wardrobe artist to bring in extra clothes. So she had her own, she brought in from back home. And so Crystal was just a wonderful subject for a photo session like this, because a lot of women, you know, feel kind of awkward in front of the camera, but Crystal just felt like she just really got into it with her body language and the hair and the little subtle nuances to her expressions. And so it was extremely successful working with Crystal. And so it's, again, the entourage or the people there, I have to entertain them as well on sessions like this. They have to approve of what we're doing, because a lot of them are management people and they want to make sure we're getting just the right shots on Crystal. So I have to use my intuition, what's going to work well for magazines. Here's a mirror that we went out and rented. I thought it would be kind of charming to have Crystal in front of the mirror. And here's another version of it, so you can really see her long hair here, which is just really sort of like it's in her boudoir, you know, and getting an inside look at Crystal Gayle, and with her beautiful hair and admiring herself in the mirror. So this was so much fun to do this, and it's something I like to do. I like the challenge of getting a lot of different shots in, perhaps for different magazines, because the magazines look at each other's the postings that they may do on an artist like this, like Crystal, and they don't want to get the same shot that was on a magazine that was done on some other magazine. And so the more changes I can do on a session like this, the better the session is, more successful the session becomes, and thereby people come into me to get more pictures done. And so again, she's 5'2", but you never really realize that here's Crystal with a good attitude. And so Crystal and I tried to communicate as much as we could. And so, you know, it's with the amount of frequent changes and changing music, changing backgrounds, and communicating with the entourage, the husband and all that, they sometimes it's difficult to really have an in-depth conversation with subjects, and where I like to kind of get into each person's head, but all I know is that Crystal was a natural in front of the camera, and so I didn't really have to dwell on psychological things to do in front of the camera. Like with a lot of the actors I have to work with, I have to give them the motivation for the shot. And so here's another one that really shows Crystal's long hair. And here we're moving right along with different costume changes. This one I thought was really fun. It's really a young look, youthful look on Crystal, again incorporating her hair. And so she did this one really well. Notice all these backgrounds are different backgrounds, you know, in between when she'd be in the dressing room changing clothes, we'd throw together a different background. And so I kind of pride myself, I have really good staff that are able to construct these backgrounds and put them together, making sure the colors work. And so this is another session that I'm quite proud of, and that with a beautiful woman named Crystal Gayle. You'll see some of these pictures on her album covers. And so it was an extremely successful session. We probably got more than 20 different costume changes, and thereby we satisfied 20 different magazines and the album covers, and although we have so many people to make happy on these sessions. So, but look at, I'm so glad that you tuned in again to my channel. I like it when you subscribe to my channel, perhaps even write a comment, and you know, if you like the pictures, and so give a thumbs up. And so I'll try to get back to you if I can, because we get a lot of comments on sessions like this. So anyway, I look forward to the next session with you. I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, bye.